individuals who are rattled and there are individuals who lies. But what happens when a whole country is rattled and just lies one after the other? Yes, rattled Pakistan now resorts to brazen lies, releases fake videos. Pak media has claimed its jets are flying over Siachen. India denies all such lies spread by Pakistan. Take a look at this report. You will see how the Indian army put forth the real video of the real attack in Nowshera, and then Pakistan posted a video that was already on the internet since long back. Take a look.
India's befitting reply to Pakistan. This is how India smashed Pakistani posts in the Nowshera sector. And now, embarrassed after India released videos of the punitive strike, Pakistan released a so-called border video of its own. In this video, the Pakistan army would have us believe this is proof that they hit back on Indian army posts on the 13th of May. But the twist lies in the tail. This one video has 5 lies. First, unlike the video shown, the Indian army has concrete bunkers and not sangars made of stone in this sector. Second lie, the video does not show firing, only an implosion. Pakistan's third lie, why didn't India suffer any casualties if this attack indeed took place? Around this date of attack on bunkers, no casualties were reported from the Indian side. And finally, why are there multiple edits on this video?
After Nowshera operation, Indian Army has alerted all along the international border and line of control that Pakistan may do some mischievous after the this operation Nowshera, in which the Pakistan has maximum damage. Number of bunkers have been damaged, and some of the special service groups commandos there who are doing the bad operation on the line of control, they have been also killed.
And if these lies were not enough, a rattled Pakistan came up with another bogus claim. Pakistani media said Pakistan Air Force jets flew over the Siachen glacier. The Indian Air Force busted all Pakistan's claims, clarifying there was no airspace violation on the Siachen glacier. The fact also is, Pakistan is not even on the Siachen glacier. India occupies the Soltoro ridgeline. Unable to take action, a rattled Pakistan has been trying to counter India with half-truths and absolute lies. But India has called Pakistan's bluff. With Ashwini Kumar from the Nowshera sector, Bureau Report, India Today.
Absolute bogus claims. And we are joined in this debate by Lieutenant General Shankar Prasad, BJP spokesperson GVL Narasimha Rao, former ambassador to Pakistan G. Parthasarathy joins me in the studio here, and we have Sultan Hali from Pakistan defense expert. I want to begin with you, Mr. Sultan Hali, because we've shown these bogus video that you've put up. What? I just fail. I just fall short of words. The problem is that a whole country lying at this level. Do you understand the seriousness? One of your major generals, our army, did an official press conference. They put forth a video. The next day, one of your officers posts a video like this. Just look at this video. It has multiple angles, multiple cuts. The camera shows different locations. You're showing one little hut, it's blown up. Any child can make out it's an IED blast. What kind of mockery is this that your army is doing with your entire country?
Well, I'm glad that you admit that you are running short of words, because you should be. Your video is perfect and ours is bogus. How convenient.
Tell me the place. Tell me the place.
Why should I tell you the place? Why should I tell you the place?
Why should you not? Because you're claiming you've blown it up.
I'm not
Tell me the place.
Spokesperson.
Tell me the place.
Have an answer.
That's precisely my point. That's precisely my point. That's precisely my point, Sultan Hali. That because your army is putting you all in such a fix.
I'm an individual.
Your army is putting individuals in your country in such a fix, and I'm sure even your government, you people have nothing to say. You say, I'm not going to tell you the place. If you claim you have blown up a place, G. Parthasarathy sir, you're supposed to at least tell the world, this is my video and this is the place. Come on, be army enough. Mr. Parthasarathy.
Well, having been in the army, I would tell my friend on the Pakistani side that they should all also have given what are known as the grid coordinates.
Absolutely.
Then you can check it by aerial photo. But I'm coming to a more serious point. As I can't understand, why do you take the Pakistanis seriously? In the last 3 days, 2 of the senior most intelligence officials in the United States, the Director of Intelligence Daniel Coates and the Director of Armed Forces Intelligence Lieutenant General Vince Stewart, have testified before the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence. What have they said? Pakistan says no cross-border attacks. Both these top intelligence officials say tensions have risen because of increased terrorist attacks across the LOC by Pakistan-based terrorists. I'm not using the word Pakistan-based terrorists. This is US officials in Senate testimony.
Absolutely.
Across the line of control. More important, they've said it started with the Pathankot attack, and relations cannot improve till Pakistan acts on the Pathankot attack. And I've lived long enough to know in Pakistan to know that the wiretaps, the telephone taps were from Bahawalpur. And Bahawalpur, of course, is coincidentally the headquarters of the Maulana Masood Azhar of the Jaish-e-Mohammed.
Answer that, Sultan Hali. Answer that. This is why I said I'm short of words, because I knew you're going to be in a very pitiable situation, because we are going to talk with facts and you will actually have no facts to counter them, because what comes forth is absolute fake documents, fake things, and you must answer what he's very categorically asked you.
Yes, I'm so glad that His Excellency Ambassador Parthasarathy has talked about the 2 topmost intelligence officials of USA. But why has he forgotten one of the most important comments they made, and that is that the China-Pakistan economic corridor is leading to tensions between India and Pakistan. And whatever India is doing, you're raising the ante because you are rattled by the success.
Let me answer.
Just a moment.
No. Just let me answer that. The tensions arose in January last year. That's what they say. After Pathankot, which they say was your doing, and the China-Pakistan economic corridor came later. We have no tensions with China on our border. We've got excellent confidence building measures with them. It is you who are playing these funny games. The Americans are not saying that there are tensions on India's border with China. Yes, we have opposed that corridor.
I think
and China knows how to live with it.
And
I don't know what world you're living in.
We should not let you just go away and meander into China. I think you should come back to Pakistan and POK and answer his question on that. Because you did a very smart track of running away and going to China. Please don't do that.
I've answered you on China.
Please, and he's answered you on China. Now come back to POK and answer. Do you understand the seriousness of this? The world over, and the facts that he's talking about in the US Senate, people are talking and clearly saying that you are actually sponsoring terrorism, cross-border terrorism.
And that too in the Senate.
That too in the Senate Intelligence Committee.
Yeah, the same Senate Intelligence Committee where their former Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, admitted that all the jihadis were the creation of the CIA when the USSR had invaded Afghanistan. And she admitted that they left them there, and that is why the world is in the shambles that it is today.
Please.
So what has Pakistan got to do with it?
The Americans left in 1989. The Jaish-e-Mohammed was created when I was in Pakistan by Maulana Masood Azhar, whom we foolishly released in Kandahar.
Okay, please
just let me complete. Let me give you the facts. The Americans left much earlier. The Russians left much earlier. Jaish-e-Mohammed was your creation. The Lashkar-e-Taiba was your creation. Maulana Masood Azhar is not sitting in Mars. He's sitting in Lahore.
Yes.
And we know the precise location of where he lives in Muridke.
Absolutely. Lieutenant General retired Shankar Prasad. Just a minute.
Ambassador, he was in your custody for 6 years. And how do we know that you did not create him?
Who? Masood Azhar. Please send him back to us if you created him. He's in Bahawalpur.
No, yeah, but he was in your custody for 6 years.
Yes, he was in our custody for 3 years. Don't exaggerate.
General Shankar Prasad. General Shankar Prasad.
3 months is a long time.
General Shankar Prasad. Okay, just a minute, sir. Just a minute, sir. Yeah. This is why you know we fall short of words, because the point is that however many facts we put forth in front of you, hammer them in front of you, you're going to escape here and there, and that is why General Prasad, before I take a question from him, I want you to actually look at what is written on the screen. Can we play that? Because we want to tell you what the United States of America, whom you treat as a great country that you can rely on and look forth always for approval, has done to you. Done recently, a day ago. Can we just tell them how much money that was given to them as subsidy? Trump seeks to, just a minute, converts US subsidy to Pak into loan. They say very clearly that you don't deserve the loan subsidy, you should get it as loan. Trump left it to US State Department to take a final call, but this surely means that bad days are being ushered in for your country. I want a reaction on that from you, General Prasad, before we go on, because the world over now it's being realized how they're sponsoring cross-border terrorism.
Start sequentially, or you won't. Can I start sequentially, please?
Absolutely.
First of all, you've heard President Donald Trump's statement to say that Pakistan must stop terrorism against India. The second, you saw how the Prime Minister of Pakistan was treated in Saudi Arabia recently. Third, you've recently heard the $190 million aid to Pakistan is going to be deleted by America. Fourth, you've also heard how the Pakistani Senate has been briefed today to categorically say that Pakistan is fomenting terrorism in India, and the situation is getting worse because of Pakistan's behavior, and India is going to perhaps give them a suitable answer.
Yeah.
With these 4 or 5 points, is it not adequately clear to everybody, including the gentleman on your show, that America is not going to back them any further? And as far as Hillary Clinton's statements are concerned, it has been repeated 1,000,000 times that if you feed snakes in your backyard, they're going to come back and bite you. And that is what's meant for Pakistan. They are the ones who are now giving milk to these snakes, and the snakes are biting them back. Pakistan themselves are also suffering terrorism. They're victims of terrorism. Pakistan has been completely isolated in this matter, both by Afghanistan, Iran, India, and now even Saudi Arabia snubbed them.
Absolutely.
So where is he talking about? I think it's time Pakistan understood where they stand in the international forum.
Respond to that, Mr. Hali.
Indian aspirations are definitely to isolate Pakistan, but let me assure you that we are not isolated. Yes, we have had some setbacks, but that does not mean that we are standing isolated.
Good. At least you're being honest today. Good. At least you're being honest today.
Okay,
good. At least he's being... Yeah. Please complete. After that, we can get a reaction from GVL Narasimha Rao. At least he's being honest today, Mr. Rao.
Okay. And the other thing is that Pakistan can live in isolation if a push comes to shove, and Pakistan can survive like it has done in the past too.
Mr. Rao.
Anjana, I think Pakistan has been living in denial. I think they have made falsehood as their state policy, and now what they are today trying to deception. They are indulging in even self-deception by circulating videos which they themselves know were in the social media, on the internet for a very long time.
Yeah.
So I think it has not. I don't know if that is a part of their constitution as well, to indulge in self-deception and to utter falsehood on every matter. On Kulbhushan Jadhav case, ICJ has really given them a tight slap. and American President, US President Donald Trump gave them a royal snub in Saudi Arabia. And practically on surgical strikes, they claimed there were no surgical strikes. On the LOC, cross LOC strikes that were announced by our army yesterday, they claimed this did not happen. Then where was the need for them to come up with a counter fake video?
Just a minute.
Government that has lost
Narasimha Rao,
its moorings, and Pakistan Prime Minister faces just now.
May I add, Mr. Narasimha Rao, to what you said about the surgical strikes? The intelligence officials in their testimony to the US Senate have said that these Pakistan actions provoked an Indian cross-border attack on terrorist camps in November.
So they've accepted it?
No. The interesting point, it is very accurate. Because we did not attack Pakistan army camps. We attacked Pakistan terrorist camps. And that's what we told the Pakistani DGMO. So what the Americans say confirms what we told the Pakistani DGMO, that there were a strike on terrorist camps. Pakistan said it never happened. The Americans with satellite intelligence have confirmed it did. So, please.
Again, it's going to be a very pitiable condition for you, Mr. Hali, to react to that, because I know you're totally cornered. You're totally cornered. I have to slip into a
two highest intelligence officials in the US.
So in the first part of To The Point, we showed you the many lies of Pakistan, which involved a lot of fake video, a lot of editing. But before I take that interesting question from Mr. Sultan Hali as to where is the editing bay for the Pakistani army, I just want you to have a look at this. Now, this is a former ISI officer of Pakistan saying very clearly that Kulbhushan Jadhav, who Pakistan claims in the International Court of Justice has been caught from Balochistan, has actually been caught in Iran, the very place that India has been telling the world. So, Mr. Sultan Hali, you can take both my questions. Clearly, the ISI officer is saying that he's been caught from Iran. We've been telling the world all lies. He's been caught from Iran. And don't you try to tell me that he's not been caught from Iran. He was operating from there. Caught from Iran are the exact words he uses. One. And number two, where is this editing system that your Pakistani army has? Because obviously, if they're floating such videos, you have to do some technical editing work, sir.
Okay, first of all, I know Lieutenant General Amjad Shoaib personally, and I talked to him about this, and I've also listened to this video or audio which you are talking about. He does not say that Kulbhushan Yadav was captured from Iran. He said he was operating from Iran.
He says caught.
And, no, he does not say caught. He said,
yes, he does.
He said, usko humne pakda.
हाँ, तो पकड़ने का मतलब caught ही होता है.
Comma.
Caught मतलब पकड़ना.
There is a pause. He was operating from Iran and he was crossing into.
So what is the word for operating? Come on, don't fool us. What is the word for operating? Urdu में जो शब्द है आप बता दें. There is a word for caught in Urdu. Tell us what it is. And what is the word for operating? Let's be clear, because I know we have to come down to this level. A for apple, B for boy. Let's do it. Tell me, what is the word, sir, in Urdu for operating? It can't be pakda.
He says that हमने उसको पकड़ा, but he does not say that Iran से पकड़ा. He said कि वो ईरान में operate कर रहा था.
Okay, so we know that. All our viewers who've heard this know it very clearly now.
No, I just want to say one thing. Leaving aside the ISI officer and what he said or what was meant, let us be very clear. The Iranian foreign minister has raised this issue with Pakistan as a part of their growing tensions, wherein the Iranian army chief threatened to invade Pakistan. So there are problems on all three borders, Iran, Afghanistan, India. More importantly, no less than the German ambassador to Pakistan said he was picked up.
Yeah, absolutely. And ever since, we've put forth all the proof that's needed in the International Court of Justice, whereas you actually talked of a fake video in which Kulbhushan Jadhav is confessing it, and that video was not even accepted for viewing by the International Court. Let's not stick to this. I want to come to my second question, because after that I want a response from General Prasad and Narasimha Rao. Where do they do this? You have an operating official media team which makes up these fake videos for your army?
we do this in your minds, because the fake video which you are talking about, calling it fake, Kulbhushan Yadav, let me tell you that his confession was recorded in front of a magistrate first class. It was not viewed in the International Court of Justice because it was not to decide whether he's guilty or not. And you did not get a victory.
General Prasad wants to react to that.
No, excuse me. A magistrate first class in a military court-martial? How can you have a magistrate first class? He was tried by a military court-martial.
Oh, sir,
there was no civilians. Please, it was under your recently passed act. There are no civilians in that.
There are no civilians.
No, there are no civilians.
But his statement was recorded in front of a magistrate first class, and his confession was presented in the field general court-martial. And there's a difference between a military.
You have executed 240 Pakistanis in military court-martials.
The kangaroo
you didn't give them the privilege of a magistrate.
Kangaroo military courts that you have.
You haven't given them the privilege of a and you have given Kulbhushan Yadav the privilege of a magistrate.
Facts decimated here on this show. Facts decimated. I had very little time. I just want quick one-line reactions from you, General Prasad.
Well, Pakistan remains continuously in a mode of denial.
Yeah.
Whether it is Kulbhushan Yadav's arrest from Iran, whether it is surgical strike, or whether it is what we have done to that post in the last few days, which was videographed and shown yesterday. Pakistan has no option except to deny everything that we will bring on the table, because they have no capability to do anything other than just simply deny. And if they do not deny and accept any of these things, they will have no local stand-eye in any matter whatsoever. So
Absolutely. I'm afraid I'll have to leave it there. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me in this debate. Facts decimated one by one on to the point, and on the other hand, a rattled country that's actually just catching hold of lies here and there, but the lies actually just lay bare in front of the entire world. Keep watching India Today.